Australian beauty brand Amco Beauty has just launched into the US, and it is quickly blowing up our social feeds. Sunday Body is also launching into the US. So what does this tell us about the Australian beauty landscape? If you're new here, welcome to Bareface Media, where we analyse digital culture to give you insights into the beauty industry. During and since the pandemic, our affinity to cheaper beauty products has grown considerably. If we look at the 2023 Consumer Price Index in Australia, we can see the percentage of change for hairdressing and personal grooming services over the last 2 years, with annual price growth of services the highest since the introduction of GST over 20 years ago, with hairdressing and personal grooming in June 2023 growing a whopping 7.1%. In response to this, the big two, Coles and Woolies, are said to be taking on Sephora by increasing their beauty and grooming product offerings. In February of last year, it was reported that Woolworths customers are also shifting their makeup purchases to Amco Beauty that were up 50% compared with last year. This is a 2023 stat. Imagine what that stat would be in 2024. All of this is to say is that Australia is seeing a boom in what's known as masstige beauty. Simply put, masstige brands are chasing the middle market, shoppers who want a luxury experience at an affordable price. In beauty, traditionally you had mass, which was CoverGirl, Maybelline. Then you have prestige, which is something like a Kylie Cosmetics, and then luxury, which would be a Chanel or a Dior. Masstige is creating a market between mass and prestige, where in most cases they offer you something closer to a prestige product at a retailer that's selling more mass. We have just seen this market boom and brands have responded to this. For example, Frank Body launching sister brand Everyday into Priceline, or a brand like Gem coming to market and being available at both Woolworths and Mecca. And most notably, the huge success that has been Amco Beauty. However, there is a stark difference between Australian and American masstige offerings. These Aussie brands really created a new space in the Australian market. While in the US, they have retailers like Ulta, which specialize in covering that middle ground. At Ulta, you can shop NARS alongside e.l.f. And a $35 nude stick blush is taking up as much space as the $12 Pixie blush. These Aussie brands are rocking up into a completely different market. But what is more comparable is the stores that they're walking into. Kroger, for example, which will be stocking Amco Beauty, a supermarket just like a Coles or a Woolies. Kroger have been hot on building up their beauty offering. They stock brands like Kerastase, K18 and Kevin Murphy, yet their skincare and makeup offerings are way more comparable to a supermarket here in Australia. So it will be really interesting to see whether or not the US consumer reacts to this new category, or if they'll just keep shopping at places like Ulta. They can already buy products like this at a comparable price point. If you enjoy this type of analysis, be sure to sign up to the newsletter, which you can do via the link in bio.